dragons flew to war, everything burned. I do not wish to rule over a kingdom of ash and bone.
Are you considering the High Tower's terms, Your Grace?
That's not what she said.
My true duty to the realm, ensuring peace and unity, or that I sit the Iron Throne no matter the cost.
It's your father talking.
My father's dead.
Then we have declared war. What are you going to do about it?
Clear the room.
Is right. What they did, the Greens, that was a declaration of war.
I should declare war because I'm angry.
No, because it's your duty as Queen to crush rebellion.
You know my oath reaches beyond our personal ambition. The song of ice and fire. What?
He doesn't know about it.
The coming war
He never
is
knew.
in the north, the conqueror's dream. Viserys shared everything that he knew to me.
Excuse me, what?
Kings didn't make us kings.
And you need to do that to help to tell that? I was against your fucking marriage, but at least I thought you were happy. I'm sorry. I didn't see that I was to defend her, to attack back.
You are right, Rhaenys. My reach is too far. And for nothing.
Finally.
We shall declare for no one. We will retire to high tide to be content with our grandchildren.
Jason and John are claimants to the throne. Every man standing on the painted table urges her to plunge the realm into war. Rhaenyra is the only one who's demonstrated restraint. Easy work.
Really, Rhaenyra is representing what Rhaenys wanted to be, to have.
Our houses are bound by common blood and common cause. This high tower treason cannot stand. You have the full support of our fleet and house. Your Grace.
You picked a side.
If war's first stroke is to fall, it will not be by my hand.
Let us seal the gullet. We can cut off all seaborne travel and trade to King's Landing.
I shall take Maelys and patrol the gullet myself.
When we drain the narrow sea, we can surround King's Landing, lay siege to the Red Keep, and force the Green surrender.
We must first secure the support of Winterfell, the Eyrie, and Storm's End.
I'll prepare the Raven, Your Grace. Send us.
It's risky.
Very well. Prince Viserys will fly north, go to see my mother's cousin, Lady Jane Eyre, and then to Winterfell, to treat with Lord Craig Stark for the support of the north.
Was the music bien?
And to treat with Lord Boros Baratheon. We must remind these lords.
He's gonna be the one
of
to
the
die.
oaths they swore.
The Baratheon. She took a decision. She was the leader of that meeting. To go at war. Not to begin it, but to be prepared for it. And have the advantage.
But if we are to serve the Seven Kingdoms, we must answer to their gods. You go as messengers, not as warriors. You must take no part in any fighting. You have Baratheon blood from your grandmother, Rhaenys.
Oh, I'm scared. You know the Baratheon? I'm not sure. Unless he received someone else with a dragon before.
I expect you will receive a very warm welcome. Yes, what?
And you know he was the one who was not sure of wanting
Don't you know then?
to be the Lord and all. Right there, I'm glad that he accepts, you know, that mission and like that. But I'm scared. Daemon, after shocking your wife like that, you're gonna do what now? It seems so big. Is it? You know the legendary one that they were... It is? But there it's not a warm welcome. Aemon.
Prince Viserys Velaryon.
I knew it. I fucking knew it! And I knew it since...
Rhaenyra. I brought you a message from my mother. Queen.
Yet earlier this day I received an envoy from the king. The House of the Dragon does not seem to know who rules it. What's your mother's message?
Yes, I want to hear his death louder. You're gonna die, Viserys. You're gonna die.
Mind me of my father's oath. King Aegon, please came with an offer. My swords and banners for a marriage pact. Which one of my daughters will you wed? Boy.
None.
My lord,
Is already
I'm
promised.
not free to marry.
And they knew
So
it.
you come with empty hands.
I shall take your answer to the Queen, my lord.
He's gonna accept for you to leave, but not Aemon.
Wait! My Lord Strong.
I came as a messenger, not a warrior.
I want you to put out your eye. It's payment for mine.
Are you for real?
I plan to make a gift of it to my mother.
Aemon.
Give me your eye, or I will take it off. Not in my hall. The prince will shout us back to his dragon.
He's gonna follow him with his dragon. It's gonna be dragons fighting each other. He has the biggest dragon. He didn't fight before. You know. But Arax is still, you know, a little dragon. You're gonna die. Both of you, the dragon and the kid. Look everywhere! Look at the size of it in comparison of Arax. Insane. Aemon, you're losing. It's not fair already and you're mocking me. That was a good strategy. Be careful. You can't hide right there forever. You don't know how to fight with your dragons. Your boss lost. Okay, at least right there you can see the danger coming. Oh, you didn't plan to kill the dragon. You're gonna tell her right now and you're gonna say that it's her fault because she didn't declare war just like that? Her stomach, her belly, you know. It's her kid. She lost another. I'm sorry, I have some tears. I said it during the intro, I wanted something big to happen during this episode and I said that someone might die. But I didn't want a big cliffhanger at the end, I wanted just something big to happen, you know, final episode of the season. It happened. Luke dying like that, like it was awful. And it's not just Luke dying like that, it's also the dragon being killed like that. Dragon, they are not coming just like that, you know, they made that clear during all of this season, and we all know it also because of Game of Thrones, how hard it is to find eggs, you know, for dragons, and that it's not something which is happening like that, which is automatic also, like, it's really difficult. So to kill a dragon, that was not what Daemon wanted, even if right there he acted like an asshole, like truly, you know, he was mocking Luke, but he was also playing so much with him. You had to know that your dragon would kill him. You know, it's not like Daemon, you were in total control of your dragon and you were fighting alone. No, you were fighting, your dragon was fighting against the other dragon. So for sure, if you wanted to kill Luke, your dragon, he wanted to kill the other dragon. You didn't understand that, and for sure we saw at the end that he was surprised and shocked, and also not shocked by what happened because he knows all of what I just said about the dragons, but also because yes, your dragon can do that, can kill other dragons. It's big, and even if for now I have the emotion that he took it as something, you know, like it's a shock, I shouldn't have done that, maybe not like that, but you know, something like that. We know Daemon, we know that he's not a fan of his brother, we know that he wants the throne, that he thinks that he deserves it, and not Aegon, who did nothing to have it, who had it just by blood, and the fact that he thinks that it's unfair. So I already said during the last episode, at some point you're gonna kill your brother. Now I'm like, at some point maybe you're gonna kill other dragons, and that time willingly. We know that at some point we're not gonna have dragons anymore, like the fights, the wars, the battles are gonna eliminate all of the dragons, and that's why that's gonna be a big issue for the House of the Dragon, for the Targaryens, because they're not gonna have dragons anymore. So it makes me wonder, you know, some can die during the next fights, wars, all of that, but maybe sometimes willingly, you know, I'm wondering. So that was a big episode. I said it, you know, the last episode we were dealing with the consequences, the aftermath of Viserys' death for Alicent's side. For sure, during this episode, we would deal with the consequences, the aftermath for Rhaenyra's side. So all of the parts with, that's it, Rhaenyra, you lost your dad, but that's it also, you're the queen. They are all recognizing you as the queen. That was great. I appreciate the fact that the writers, they made Daemon do all of what he did during this episode, because it's really logical, totally logical with his character, with how he was represented during the first episode. Like, at first, he wanted the throne. One of you told me on the comments, no, he never wanted it. Where were you, you know, before Viserys, who declared in front of everyone, Rhaenyra is my true heir? Before that, Daemon, he wanted to be considered, you know, as the heir of the throne. And after that, he also thought of things, you know, marrying the right person, you know, stuff like that, to have the throne. Okay, he had feelings since a long time for Rhaenyra, but even her, when she was a teenager, she knew that him marrying her, it would be also for the throne. So clearly right there, to have him reacting like that when his wife is becoming the queen, it's logical with his character. In fact, you know, all of this episode for Daemon is showing the complexity of his character and also how divided this character is, because on one hand, he is the one to put the crown on his wife, you know, head. On one hand, he really wants her to be the queen, to take the right decisions, he wants to fight for her honor, he considers, you know, that what they did, it was a declaration of war, and that she should go at war right now, and he's right there for her, for their kids. He wants also their kids to be respected, you know, he's saying my sons and stuff like that. So on one hand, he's supporting her at 100%, and on the other hand, his instinct, you know, who he is truly inside, it's coming back a little. He wants to lead the reunions, you know, the meetings. He wants to take the decisions, to be the one in charge, not only at the meeting, you know, by concluding it, by deciding stuff, but also in front of Otto. He wanted to take the lead and stuff like that. What he did to her because she's not on the same page, you know, because of something, and so it's really two sides of him fighting. He's really divided about that between his love for Rhaenyra, so the fact that he wants to support her, and also he knows that it's what she deserves to be the queen, but also his own ambition, his own story, and the fact that he wants to lead. He prepared himself to lead also since so long that right there he has difficulties to not lead, to not decide, and it's really a frustration for him. He is a complex character since the beginning. He had already such a complex relationship with his brother, between love and hate during all along Viserys' life, and now he's gonna have the same relationship with her, you know, with Rhaenyra. The fact that they lost a baby just after losing Viserys. Their baby, it would have been the first one, you know, that they would have had together, no? Am I right with that or not? Joffrey is not one that they had together. I don't remember right, you know, how it happened. With all of the time jumps that we had, I'm confused. So, you know, the one baby that they would have had together, they're not having it. Just after Viserys dying, like, it's almost like the malediction came back on them, the one that Viserys had before. And also the situation, their love, which was not accepted because of all of the reasons that we know. That's big, you know, that's really symbolic what just happened with this son who died. So all of that, you know, Rhaenyra being declared as the queen, the relationship with Daemon. Clearly I'm against him acting like that with her. She deserves to be queen, I really think so. You know that I never approved everything that she did blindly. You know that I'm not gonna be that kind of fan, you know, for the show. I love all of the characters. I'm not gonna pick anyone's side because I just love all of them and I see all of their stories, their backgrounds, so I can understand all of their reasons to act. I can see all of their defaults, all of their qualities. I can agree with things that they did do, and I can also disagree with things that they did and do. So that's why I'm not gonna pick a side. But for Rhaenyra, even if some things that she did I was against it, I really think that she deserves to have the throne. She was named as the true heir by Viserys. She trained during all of this time to be a good queen. She suffered a lot to be the queen, even if I think that she was blind, if she really thought that they would accept that she wouldn't have to fight for it and all. I think that she was blind, or she chose to be blind, a little like her father. Still, I think that she deserves to be the queen. So I was glad, you know, these moments for her, it felt great. And that's why I loved that moment, which was such a good parallel with Daemon, Otto, her intervening, you know, coming on a dragon. And that time she's not with Otto, she's with Daemon, but still she's the one to separate them and to be like, we're not gonna fight and resolve the situation right there. And she managed during that moment to prove to everyone that she's in charge and she's gonna be the one to decide. You know, the fact that she asked for more times, okay, it was to have more times, but it was also a good way to show that Daemon, you can say what you want, you can use all of these bad words and you can say that you decided to do stuff. She's the one in charge, she's the queen, she's gonna decide. So that was a really good moment. Her decisions, you know, I'm divided about her decisions because yes, what they did, the Greens, it was a declaration of war. So you can decide to go at war just like that if you want. But I understand also that you can't just do that without having the resources to do it. the men, but also the resources, the financial resources. So it's logical also for her to be sure of her allies before that. So that way I appreciated that idea of coming like that by the sea to make a siege and stuff like that, because it's a way to prepare for the war, to say that you're prepared and to have an advantage on the war to come without declaring it, you know, without giving the first strike neither. So I appreciated that idea. To send messages like that, I saw at minute 1 that it would be a mistake because of the Baratheon. Like really, when she said, I'm gonna send you to the Stark, I was like, okay, I'm gonna send you to the Baratheon, he's dead. He's dead! Because I have really no trust into this house and all of the members of this house, even into the past. So I was already like, not sure that it's gonna work. The fact that it's Luke, the fact that, you know, he's such a sweet boy and all, he didn't want to have responsibilities, right there he accepted them. I was like, not great at all. And after that, you know, during the time that they were preparing, I was like, okay, right now we are following Rhaenyra's side of the story. Like during the last episode, we followed the green side of the story. But during the time that Rhaenyra, she's doing her stuff, she had her baby, she had a funeral for her baby, all of that. During all of this time, the Greens, they continued to prepare the war on their own. So for sure, they had the advantage of the timing. So for sure, they sent also people to have allies. So I was like, okay, Baratheon, I'm pretty sure that he's already an ally of the Greens. But I didn't think that Aemond would be right there, like would have stayed right there, and that all of that would happen. And for sure that guy, you know, the Baratheon guy, I understand his position, it's logical, they have nothing to offer, and it's not his promise that he has to keep, it's the promise of his father. That was a little light, you know, as really a deal that you're making with an house to tell them to go at war with you. So I understand his position, but you have to be a little stupid if you're really think that Aemond is gonna let the boy go without doing anything. So yes, Luke died. Driftmark is gonna be without any lord. Lord Corlys finally is still alive. So that's okay, but who is gonna be the heir now? The daughters? The granddaughters maybe? You can marry the one who was supposed to be with Luke to someone else. Ah! You know what I think about them, you know, about Corlys and Rhaenys? The fact that Rhaenys didn't kill them all, you know, the Greens, it can be a good thing, you know, for them at some point maybe to switch again and to marry one of their granddaughters to someone else. We'll see. Luke is dead. Rhaenyra, she's gonna go at war. You killed one of her sons, she's gonna go at war. Oh, that dragon, you know, and all agree that that dragon is so big, is bigger than Vhagar. So that dragon, it's the one that it was Viserys who talked about it. I think that it was episode 1 or 2. I can't remember the name of this dragon, but you know, the legendary dragon that no one saw since a long time, but it's the king of all dragons, it's the biggest one and all. Since how long? Do you know where this dragon is? How did you know that? How this dragon went right there? What happened right there with this dragon and you, Daemon? We need to know that. The way that Daemon he talked about the dragons, you know, using them at war, not considering if they are trained to fight or not, but also considering them as tools, you know, that you can use in battles, that's really a big mistake. Again, because we have to consider that dragons, they are not tools, they are, you know, living things, and they have their own free will, they can decide to do stuff, like right there, Vhagar, he killed Arrax, but also because, yes, it feels wrong, you know, morally, to consider the dragons like that. It feels wrong because they are not trained, And because of that, some of these dragons are gonna die really easily, in fact. I mean, really quickly. And yes, that's gonna be bad. But at the same time, we know how it's supposed to end. I mean, for the dragons to disappear, it's not a surprise. They need to disappear. For after that, Game of Thrones to happen. And for the characters, I know just the end of one. The main one. I'm waiting for that to happen also. It's not gonna happen right now, we need to have a lot of things before that. Okay, that was such a cool episode and such a cool end also for this show. It's great to end it with Rhaenyra because we began the show with her, because she's the main character of this show. So it feels great, you know, to end it like that. To end it not with a big cliffhanger, but with something really big happening. I mean, an action moment, but also something really big for the story, because the consequences are gonna be right there, like that's it, we are at war. It's great, it was really great. Tell me, what did you think of it? Tell me what did you think of Daemon, what he did, the fact that he wants to lead, but at the same time the fact that he wants to support her, but at the same time what he did to her, but at the same time the situation with the dragon. I really want your opinion on Daemon for this episode. When are we gonna have the season 2 now? Tell me that if you know it also. Oh, so it means that for the ones of you who are just watching my reaction videos for House of the Dragon, I'm not gonna see you soon. I'm reacting to plenty of shows, so go check the playlist that I made for each one of them. Maybe we are already watching one show, you know, we have already one show in common. Maybe some that I already watched, or maybe also you can be interested to discover some shows with me. Go check that if you can be interested by that. And if not, I will see you for the season 2. Okay, it's all for me and for you for today, for the season 1 of House of the Dragon. So it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.